Hello, Insiders! Today we're back with Meg, our SPM Betty, who's going to do another deep dive for us. But before we get into everything, if you guys like Creator Insider, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get all of our latest videos.
Yes.
All right. Well, welcome back, Meg.
Hi. It's good to be back. I really enjoyed the video we did last time, and it did pretty well, which was awesome. We have a lot of watch time from you guys, which is really cool. And please keep your questions coming. I tried to answer as many as I could, work often calls. I'll maybe even try to go back and answer some from the last video, but I will be doing that with this video as well today.
Great.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about subscribers. And this is something when I do my channel reviews with my big channels that there's like some just really juicy things you can get out of analytics that get you thinking about your channel content in ways you may not have thought of before.
Interesting.
And it can be a little bit of a gut check. It can be like, oh, wait, I should think of these videos as more marketing videos. And then just purely seeing what's popular and just, it's just a real, gut check and making sure that you're on the same page with how you're getting people to your channel.
Yeah, I would love to learn kind of what our subscribers like to see versus people who aren't yet subscribed or why they're not subscribing. So if we can kind of break that down, I'd love to see the difference.
Absolutely. So we're going to cover 3 things today. First is just like doing a check on making sure that our most recent videos are the ones that in the last like 90 days, kind of we talked about seasonality. So I like to look at things in 90-day chunks, that those videos are performing over really old videos.
Okay.
Because sometimes channels will find that a really old video just continues to do well, and that's, important to make sure that you're aware of, and it can help lead to different content decisions. Then we're also going to look at our most videos by watch time from subscribers versus non-subscribers.
Okay.
And look at those themes and trends. And then actually lastly, we'll go into the subscriber tab and just look at straight what videos are getting the most subscribers and what trends we see.
Okay, great. So why don't we start with checking out Creator Insider's most popular videos and seeing what we can maybe glean from that?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm in, again, the old YouTube analytics. And so the first thing I'm going to do is change it to the last 90 days. Just so we have a good kind of chunk of time to really see what's going on. And then I'm going to go into watch time. And I'm going to scroll down and look at kind of these titles and what I...
Oh, hey.
Yeah, ours is.
Look at that. Did you do that? No.
No, I can't. But I'm grateful to all of those of you who watch. But yeah, so this is ranked currently by watch time.
Okay.
But yeah, our video's up top, which is kind of cool.
Awesome.
So I tend to look at the top 10 videos in watch time over the last 90 days to make sure, again, that those videos have been created in the last 90 days. And Creator Insider is doing a really good job with that, which just means like you guys are in tune with what subscribers are coming and watching, and there's no kind of like, you're not out of total sync with maybe something you did earlier on the channel that you're not replicating, which sometimes channels will do.
That's kind of like what you were talking about last time, making sure your channel is growing year over year, comparing the two.
Yeah.
So just making sure we're still performing better.
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. And just like, sometimes with, again, like my gamer channels, they might have played a game a long time ago that was really popular, and that creator is really known for that game. And like 3 years later, it's still in one of their most watched videos whenever they look at the last like 30 days, last 90 days last year. And so, we'll have conversations about that, but maybe one of our viewers had kind of like a viral hit and they didn't continue to make content like that for any which reason. There can be multiple reasons why you would want to replicate content or that you don't.
Right.
But it's important to be aware of. So one thing I did notice was, I think it was down... maybe that's August, but it was this video with Tom. So this is back in March, and this is still about like top 15, top 20 videos.
Yep.
So there are some videos that are still having a lot of repeated views, or they're just still popular in the system. And so the takeaway from this, when you do find these videos, is was there something in this that is worth replicating again?
Yep.
Or was it just that video really did well? It's another time for introspection and kind of asking yourself to critically like analyze, like, why do we think this video is still performing really well?
So for this one, I think this was one of the first collaborations we ever did with a creator who focuses on creators.
Yep.
So could that possibly be why this is still
Absolutely.
performing? Okay.
So it could be that this creator's video is still, I'm sorry, on this creator's channel, that maybe it's still highlighted in some capacity.
Okay.
Or that it just comes forward in suggestions. And that's kind of another video, is digging into like where the traffic sources are coming from. But it's something just to kind of like mentally take a note of like, okay, some older videos hang around, and is there a content decision this channel could make based on that? So in this case, maybe it's doing more collabs.
Okay, so we know generally what performs well on our channel, but if we wanted to go a little deeper than that and break it down into what our subscribers like versus the people who are watching and are not subbed to our channel, how can we do that?
Yeah, so this is by far my favorite thing I do with my creators and channel reviews, is we look at the top videos that subscribers like, because you want to keep giving your subscribers what they want.
Okay.
But then we look at the videos that non-subscribers are watching. And it kind of lays out this question of like, maybe why those videos are attractive to people not on the channel and what you can do. So how you do this, in at least the old version, is up here, you can select subscriber versus non-subscriber.
Awesome.
So what I did already in prep for this is I selected subscribed. I copy and pasted the top 10 videos.
Okay.
Then I went up and changed it to non-subscribed and did the exact same thing.
To compare and contrast.
Yes.
See if there are any matches.
And so I dumped those into a spreadsheet. We love our spreadsheets at Google. And so it's, excuse the colors, I just picked some colors.
That's great.
But you have subscribed on one side and non on the other.
Okay.
And the first thing I did, the titles in blue, or with the blue outline, are videos that appear on both lists.
Got it. Okay. Interesting.
And so there's something kind of maybe more universal that they're really happy, like subscribers and non-subscribers both really liked this content, which is great.
So, not shocking, the partner program. That's not shocking. People want to learn how to monetize their channel. Okay.
Yeah, and then premieres was like a huge deal, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's an awesome feature. A lot of my creators are using it right now.
Yeah, we'll link our video on that down below.
Yeah, no, it's great. So that was kind of just the top level analysis I usually do when I'm doing this with creators. And I'm just like overly highlighting it right now for our purposes. So the next thing I do is I look for themes in both the subscriber and non-subscriber. No colors on this one. But what I found, and I made these like big, big text, is that the titles and topics of the subscribed tend to be a little bit more, I would say, like intermediate to expert level.
Okay.
And it's a little bit nuanced. It's a little bit more like, I maybe know the basics. I want to know what's going to get me to that next level.
Okay.
And so that's what the subscribers on this channel are really kind of into. And so it's good to make sure that programming wise with Creator Insider that we're still continuing to kind of push into that.
Okay, so capitalize on the fact that people want more in-depth content. Instead of, let's see, like as compared to the non-subscribers, it seems like these are a little more simplistic titles, kind of high level, advice from YouTube, updates from YouTube. So you'd say double down on the more advanced?
So not necessarily doubling down, because you want to serve both populations. Because whether or not people are subscribed to your channel, they're still watching it, right? And that's one of the reasons why we look at watch time as such an important metric. And so, but more of the key here is to understand what those non-subscribers are coming in and looking at, and to make sure, like, okay, if we want to try and attract more people to this channel and get more people to subscribe, it's maybe doing videos on these topics that are a little bit more beginner, a little bit more basic, in that sense of like, maybe they're finding it because they're really worried about something with, I don't know how to monetize or whatever it is. And having strong call to actions in those videos and being like, hey, there's this rich library of other like more advanced concepts and more advanced checks that we've done that you should come and check out. And that's even another reason why you should subscribe. And then you want to keep feeding what subscribers really like and want to see. So it's
Okay.
kind of a dual strategy of like, so I call the non-subscriber popular videos my advertising videos. So those are the videos that
I see.
you're going to like, those will get caught up in search queries. People are going to come test the waters with the channel, right? And
so maybe it's important to have kind of more clickable titles, more keywords in the titles so that they're more searchable and findable, right? And then once you've got your subscribers, you can kind of dive deep into what you're actually talking about in the video.
Yeah, or like in the sense of keywords are always great, and making sure that the topic specifically. So like on this last tab, actually, I kind of looked for some themes with the non-subscribers.
Okay.
And it all had to do with really making money on the platform.
Interesting.
I think because we've made changes to YPP, or the YouTube Partner Program, there's been questions. We've launched a lot of alt monetization products. We've certainly had to do a lot of updating to advertiser-friendly guidelines, and that can really make a difference in how much money you're making on the platform.
Yeah.
And so I think like just psychologically understanding, like in my experience, creators are always usually most concerned about money.
Yeah.
Making money on the platform. How do you do it? If they're going to get in trouble with like content ID type things.
Yep.
And if they can be found and searched on and discovered, right? Like I feel like those are the three main like visceral points of like being a creator. And like, so leaning into those topics of ways of getting more people to find the channel, search it, and then you can kind of come back and do maybe more of like, hey, we're on this update rotation, right? Make sure you're coming back and checking the news flashes, right?
Right.
Like now that you're up and going with kind of, your basics, how you're going to make money, stay on top of your game with these news flashes. And so it's a funnel, I would say, more than anything.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I think this is so fascinating.
It's super helpful.
Yeah. And
it really just like, yeah.
I don't know. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, it just simplifying everything really helps. Because, I mean, you're just overwhelmed with all this information in YTA, and you look at all your videos, you see how they're performing differently. But really just, like, taking the time to really lay it out like this helps.
Yeah. And it's always, like, cut and paste and, but it's so important. So I'm sure for people, like, clicking, you might have thought the first section we were going to go into was subscribers, which we'll do now. But as you can see, it's just, like, how powerful YTA is and really making content decisions. So this got changed a while back, and obviously we have the new Creator Studio Beta. But just, again, what I'm doing right now with my channels is I go into subscribers, and then I'm going to look at the YouTube watch page, but at a high level, right? These are all the different places where someone might find a subscribe button to subscribe to your channel. And so like this initial one is just like they're on the home page, click subscribe, right? Or they see like the YouTube channel pop up. Maybe they're looking at some of our other YouTube channels and it's in the sidebar and they click the subscribe button there.
Okay.
But I'm more interested in what videos perform well. So this is like on the actual per video.
Got it.
And so, right, so this is showing how many subscribers for each of these videos. So this first column, right, is the net. So it's how much we gained, how many people we lost.
Ah, great.
And then we can see per video. So I went again and looked through these and just kind of did a brief, like, high-level thumbnail looking. Yeah. And the biggest thing I saw was I think, like, 7 out of the top 10 videos are Tom. People really like Tom.
Okay.
Tom does a great job of getting people to really subscribe.
Team Tom.
Yeah, exactly. So, like, Tom, whatever you're doing, keep doing it. People are subscribing and into it.
He's going to love to hear that.
Yeah, no. So, but that was the only thing that I could see that stood out trend-wise. And so kind of what the analysis I was doing was first looking at titles, seeing if there's a theme there. And then sometimes it can come down to, like, literally personalities or delivery, especially in group channels, who's really good at doing call to actions. We had one again at the top of our video, but it can make a difference, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And I think we kind of see some of that even with like how well our video performed, that we're up there at number 2.
We did. Yeah. We did a call to action at the beginning. You're right.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I'm just curious about the subscribers lost because it's kind of a high number for these top videos as well. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, so there can be all sorts of reasons why people unsubscribe. And I think that's a little bit of the reason why we actually, to go back here, is checking and making sure, right? Like people subscribed for like these kind of various reasons, and this is what the subscribers like. So if you totally pivoted and started making radically different content, that could cause people to unsubscribe. I don't think that's the case here. I think there's kind of normal, like, numbers lost. I'm not looking at these. These don't worry me in any shape or form. It could be they subscribe to everything under the sun at one point, and then they're like, okay, like I'll search out these videos when I'm into them. Actually, there's a creator I do that now with.
Oh, yeah?
Where like, I don't know that I want every single video, and it's a bit easier when I'm aware of like some of their like documentaries they're doing. I'll go in and like watch them. But yeah.
Actually, that leads me to another question I had. So a couple weeks ago, I think it was a week or two ago, we ended up uploading, I think, 4 videos in 1 week, which is not common for us. Usually it's 2 max. And we saw that the videos performed not as well, obviously, as some of our other videos. So would you say maybe someone who uploads past a certain threshold, maybe people are less likely to subscribe because they don't want to get spammed by this content? Or
not at all. It's way more about your commitment to consistency with your audience.
Okay. So they don't want to be surprised by a ton of videos, just like they don't want to be surprised by not having any videos.
Yeah. Okay. And so, you know, there's some online kind of publications who have really leaned into YouTube, but they're publishing maybe like 5 videos a day.
Okay.
That can really clog up your feed.
Yeah.
But I mean, all of my gamers publish 1 to 2 videos a day, some 3 a day, but that's what's consistent to their channel. And so it's just about being like, if we're going to publish every Monday, you publish every Monday.
Setting expectations.
Exactly. Yeah. And when you vary from expectations, they could be like, whoa, I was like prepared for this. And so actually literally I was sitting in the airport trying to fly back up north, had one of my creators call and their manager, and they're like, look, we want to change our content schedule. Talk us through this. Like, we do 2 videos a day now, and that's what their audience expects. What should we be doing to change that? Or like, how can we change it, not like totally break our audience's hearts?
Do they want to pare back, or do they want to do more?
Well, they're doing a lot more premieres for us and some more live streaming, and so they don't want to be also posting 2 gaming videos on top of that daily. And I was like, look, I think the thing you need to do is tell your fans and your subscribers early and often. So I said start mentioning it in quite a few videos, and think about it like traditional TV, in that, you know, people know when a new season and a new change is coming, and there's advertisement around it. And so you kind of have to be your own marketing of like, this is why we're making this change. This is what you can expect. You know, give me your feedback. And I told them too, I was like, give yourself an out. Maybe say you're going to make this change mid-October, and say we're going to do this through the end of December, and then we're going to reevaluate.
That's a great strategy.
Yeah, just so like, if for some reason their audience is way more finicky than I think they will be, they can kind of go back and they've had time to assess and reevaluate. So I would say for us, let's pick to stay to a schedule.
Okay. I think we're going to try to stick to 2 a week. We're going to try to stick to a newsflash and another interesting piece of content.
And
like
that's
this.
perfect, right? Okay. And I think that's about as much like as probably these subscribers can really ingest, because we change a lot of YouTube. There's always a lot going on.
But let us know. You know, let us know if you want more content, if you want shorter content, but you want it faster. Let us know if you are fine with what we're doing now, or if it bugs you that we don't have a consistent upload schedule. Also, let us know that. It'll help us change our ways.
Yeah,
so.
the SPM in me is like, consistency. Please, consistency.
Yeah.
But yeah, so overall, I hope the takeaways today are there's a couple different ways to understand like how people are coming and subscribing. So we looked at right now, right, like what videos just did really well converting subscribers. You know, replicating it is one thing, and understanding what you did in any one of these videos to get people to subscribe. So repeat that. Okay. We learned Tom is very popular, very good at getting subscribers in. We also kind of learned the themes, right, of like what non-subscribers are coming and searching on the channel, and, you know, making sure like if we make more kind of maybe beginner videos, the call to actions are very strong, and we kind of sell the rest of the channel.
Yeah.
Of like, hey, you're interested in this one topic. That's awesome. We're glad you're here today. But we have so much more to share.
Yeah.
And
Well, it also makes me want to take a look at this after and see like what we're missing in between the two, right? Like if there's a good middle ground between these two extremes, it almost seems like, you know, what videos can we make that kind of hit the middle?
Yeah, and in a way, it's also just inviting those non-subscribers to subscribe, right?
Subscribe.
Like, yeah, exactly. And then we also, you know, just to round this out, looked again at watch time and making sure that, you know, if there's any outliers, like we found the one with Tom doing a collab, and that you can learn from why those outliers are still showing up in watch time, and can you repeat that content type.
Okay.
So there's a lot of ways to get subscribers to your channel.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming. This is always so helpful.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can have you back again to teach us more interesting things.
Would love to.
If you haven't already, please subscribe and leave a comment below. Meg will be here answering questions when this video goes live, and we'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.
Bye.